Hello and welcome to Brimwood Farm. So today I want to talk about something that probably a lot of landholders and homesteaders come across, and it's trespassers on your land. And you know, trespassers sounds a bit more ugly, I guess, than I kind of deem necessary, because trespassers kind of implies they're coming in and causing vandalism and stuff. But just even having random people on your land when you don't know who they are is not great. And it's something that I battle with. So my granddad passed 1999, so 20 years ago. So basically for 20 years, my land has been a bit of a free-for-all. So when we started coming here about 5 years ago, there was a beekeeper who had set up about 10 hives, and the guy that owned the holiday lets had his gardener dumping some rubbish, like compost, and cutting some things on the pit. And there were a couple of bonfire sites. Now, I don't particularly mind that, but it would have nice to have been asked in the first place. After all, the bees are a positive thing, the green waste will rot down, but it is my land, so I really think people should have asked. Here's a prime example. So this, for those of you that don't know what it is a feeder for rearing pheasants. And it's fresh, there's grain in there, it's been tipped on its side, so I don't know how fresh it is, but it's been used within the past year or so. And then that begs the question, well, who's rearing pheasants on my land? And why are they rearing pheasants on my land? After all, we're trying to set up a conservation zone, so are they rearing pheasants to come and shoot? Which is then against the entire ethics and morals of what I'm trying to establish here. So there's that major issue. There's also down here, so this is a really busy road down here, and there is actually a gap in the fence here, gap in the hedge. And the last time I was up, a car had obviously been basically joyriding around this field, and there are car tracks everywhere. Again, has it harmed anybody? No. But did they ask? No. And are they going to continue doing that when we move here? Quite possibly. The other thing is we've come up and camped, and somebody else turned up to camp that we didn't know, and they were like, oh, we do it all the time. It's my land, so you need to be asking permission. We sent them away, and the next morning I found that they had moved just to a different field. And God, it's really starting to pee me off. I actually just come across a prime example. So, flattened area, that looks like car tyres, and then somebody's obviously walked through here. And again, I don't know who these people are, so why are they on my property? And it is hard, especially when we're not here, because you kind of get to that point of, do I kick up a stink with somebody when I'm basically not here? So they could just be like, oh well, he doesn't want us being there, so we're just gonna go up there all the time because we know he's not around to stop us. So it's quite annoying. On a brighter note, I've just come into the woodland grove and we have bluebells. Now they are a bit past their best. We're a little bit late in the day, but they are starting to come up nicely. There's quite a lot. The other thing is, this is a British or an English bluebell. Fabulous, so excited. And you can see there's actually quite a lot of them. So this is really good. As I say, they're mostly over, you can see. But the good thing is, because they are over, they're producing seed. Lots and lots of, can we get into focus please? They're producing lots and lots of seed to spread around and make more bluebells. So our bluebell grove is coming together quite nicely. Well, it's great to see that bluebell coming on. That's a really, really successful thing. But back to the trespassing thing, it does mean that I'm going to have to pay out some money to get fencing done. So for example, this whole section is going to need to be fenced with this gap closed with a private property keep off. And then also, I mean, you can see down here where it's all trodden down, where cars have been coming through. And I know it's not our tenant farmer. And then again, I'm going to have to fence it all along here. Now that's good for our dogs anyway. We do need to fence it off anyway. I do want it fenced off so that the dogs can't just run off into the road. It does mean, however, that deer and things won't be able to come this way, which is unfortunate, but for the sake of the dogs and for the sake of keeping people out or making them aware that this is private property and they can't just come onto it, is probably a good thing. Now I am a pretty chill guy, and I think you'll probably realise that I'm pretty chilled out, and I'm very much, live your best life, leave each to their own, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, just do what you want. But there's common courtesy, and we're trying to establish this wildflower patch and this wildlife area, and I just worry that while we're not here, people are taking advantage and possibly poaching, doing things that go against the grain when it comes to wildlife. So unfortunately I'm going to have to be a lot more heavy-handed. I did ask our holiday let guy if he could stop putting green waste in the tip, which he did do, and he's started burning it as well, but then he burnt down a whole piece of hedgerow. Well, he didn't, but whoever did the bonfire burned down a whole section of hedgerow by accident. And it's like very frustrating. So I'd love to know kind of your ideas or your ways of dealing with it. I know until we're here full time, we won't be able to really get a handle on it, and you don't want to really annoy the perpetrators when you're not here, as I said, because then they know you're not here, so they'll just come up and they could just take advantage even more. But yeah, it's really annoying me, guys, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it and how I might be able to try and stop it. I don't want to be a complete moaning myrtle though, and end this video on a downer, because at the end of the day I am extremely lucky. We are extremely lucky to have this land. We're very lucky in you guys watching, our patrons helping to sort of fund the work here. So it's all good, and it's nice that we actually have some land to protect in the first place. And so far, nobody that's coming onto the land has done anything that I personally know of horrendously bad. It's annoying when everybody thinks it's just literally a free-for-all. Actually, no, it's my property. But let's go into the wildflower meadow and end on that. It's not quite out yet. Give it a couple of weeks and the daisies will be in full blossom. But if we just walk through here, oh, that was a tortoiseshell butterfly just whizzed past me. Trying not to cut my legs on this blackthorn. We'll also ignore the pheasant feeder. Pretend we didn't see that. But here we are. Here is our beautiful wildflower meadow. The magnolia that I did a video on a few weeks ago is going to go right centre stage in there. And here you can see all the flowers preparing to come up. So all of these are oxeye daisies. They're soon going to open their buds. In fact, this one is starting. You can see here. There's also there's some buttercups in here already. There's some poppies. There's some, I always forget what that is. I want to call it ragwort. I know it's not. I know the name, but I can't remember it. But yeah, it's about to flower. It's about to look fabulous. And so in a couple of weeks, this is going to look absolutely marvellous. Our plan is also working. So we sowed just this strip down here, probably out to about here. And over the years, it is gently spreading across and across and across and across. So I know I've been moaning, And I know I have a right to moan, but also then come to these places and just let nature take all your woes away.